Good morning. We'll call this meeting to order. We have a quorum. All three commissioners are present. We'll start out with the flag salute. Colonel Averill. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I move that we approve the minutes of August 1st, 2016.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the minutes. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved. Public comment? Tony, and you'll have to tell me how to say your last name. Terwilliger?
Williger.
Terwilliger.
Okay.
You're up, sir. Just come up to the mic, give us your name and what area you're from so we have you on the record. And
my name is Anthony Terwilliger. I'm from Adna, Washington. I own a business out there, and that's why I'm here.
What business?
Adna Floral.
Adna Floral.
It's a seasonal nursery business.
My wife's been there before.
A lot of people
Most
have.
of us, yes.
The reason I'm here today is I spoke with a gentleman down we were fueling up, and I made some comments about the speed out in Adna. I'm seasonal, so I'm only there for 2.5, 3 months, but in the last few years we've been having a fairly substantial increase in violators, if you will. I'm there, and so I see people nonstop, and for the most part, speed is observed, and it's a 20-mile-an-hour zone, so it's hard to follow for some people. But there's getting to be a lot more blatant offenders, and while I'm there, it's concerning to me because every year we're having 3 or 4 close calls, and so it's something that needs to be addressed, and I don't know, that's kind of why I'm here. I want to see what there is available to address that and get people to slow down.
Okay, 2 parts of it. One is the speed limit adequate, and are there signs up?
There are signs up, but honestly, the first sign is clear down by the store, and then there's going up Bunker Creek. There's no more signs, I don't believe, until you're leaving out of the rural part of town, and then of course it jumps to 50, and then from here to that church or so, there's a 30-mile-an-hour corner, and so there's some issues with the staging of the signage as well, but my biggest concern is in the 13 years that I've had that business, we've had 3 not injury accidents, but serious accidents, contact cars have been wrecked or fender benders, so to speak. And then every year it's progressively gotten worse to where we're having, every year is 3 or 4 close calls now. And I see that, and it concerns me. So,
because half of it is under the commissioners, which is proper signage, proper speed, everything else. And the other half is enforcement through the sheriff.
Sure, and every year I call, every year I call both the state patrol and the sheriff. I've had the little wagon out there that flashes your speed and tries to get people slowed down. Of course, it works, but I can't leave that there. Can't have that there all the time. And so, I've talked to most all of the community on the Bunker Creek side. I haven't talked to very many people on the Dykeman Road side. And I'm just trying to feel people out and see what they feel. Everybody is in agreement that we need to try and slow people down. How to do it is, that's why I'm here. I'd like to see like some of the other rural small towns. I know it's expensive, but I'd like to see some of the from the sun, the solar signs that flash your speed and let you know that you're going over the posted speed limit. That's my idea. that would slow people down, but, I know it's expensive and probably should go through some other avenues first. I don't know what, but.
Well, we'll talk to Eric Martin and maybe get somebody out there.
He's aware of it. I've talked with him a time or two as well, so.
The sheriff. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, guys.
And may I make a comment? I understand Trina Gardapi was one of your relatives, and we will miss her in Lewis County, and just want to acknowledge her. She was a wonderful influence to our county, and our condolences to your family.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I make a motion to approve the proclamation proclaiming August 7th through 13th, 2016 as Farmers Market Week in Lewis County.
Good morning, Commissioners. I bring forward to you this morning a proclamation for Farmers Market of Lewis County Appreciation Week from August 7th through 13, 2016, in the language to follow. Whereas farmers markets are important outlets for agricultural producers, county, state, and nationwide, providing them with increased marketing opportunities, and whereas thousands of farmers markets across the country offer consumers fresh, affordable, convenient, and healthful products sold directly from the farm, and whereas farmers markets play a key role in developing local and regional food systems that support the sustainability of family farms, revitalize communities, and provide opportunities for farmers and consumers to interact, and whereas farmers markets increasingly offer electronic benefits transfer technology for use by Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Programs, also known as SNAP, recipients in redeeming their benefits, and also offer opportunities for low-income women, infants, and children, known as WIC, and seniors participating in the WIC and Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Programs, respectively, to redeem their benefits. Now, therefore, to further awareness of farmers markets and many of the important contributions farmers make to daily life in America, we, the Board of County Commissioners for Lewis County, Washington, do hereby proclaim the week of August 7 through 13, 2016, as Lewis County Farmers Market Week. We encourage the people of Lewis County to celebrate markets located in Centralia, Chehalis, PL, Packwood, and Windlock, for their benefits and bountiful production within our county, those in the state and nation, with appropriate observances and activities.
Well, Sheila, we really appreciate this proclamation. Knowing what we had last year and knowing what we have this year, we have grown in our farmers markets. I know in Packwood, we have C.J. Neer from Packwood, and we understand that Packwood Market has grown so much on Saturdays, and maybe have to look for a different location because there's so many people there, and parking's becoming an issue. So those are good issues to have, but it's really wonderful to have our farmers be able to sell their produce to our local people and people that are coming in from other areas. It's nice to be known as a great agritourism area. Thank you for all your work on that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila.
I have a motion and a second on the proclamation for Farmers Market Week. Any further discussion or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Proclamation is approved.
I'd like to move our consent agenda, but taking out item number 316-214. One of the paperwork items has not arrived. So the consent agenda, I'd like to approve items 2, 4, and 5. Resolution number 16-213, Resolution -16-215, and 216.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Suzette?
Good morning, Commissioner. Suzette Smith, Auditor's Office, Financial Services Division. Here to present to you agenda item number 2. This is resolution number 16-213, and it is the weekly approval of warrants against the county departments. We also had payroll this past week. We had 222 regular warrants, numbers 752376 through 752,597 for a total of $737,385.58. In addition, we had payroll, benefits, and a few U.S. bank warrants in the next run. Those were 752,598 through 752,809, 690 run warrants and automatic deposits for a total of $3,771,757.65. Noted as a skip-in sequence, warrants issued on behalf of special purpose districts, their boards approve those warrants, number 752-314 through 752-375. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lee Napier, Director of Community Development, speaking on agenda item number 4, Resolutions 16215. This is an easement modification and agreement to relocate the Teal Lake Road access. All property owners have reviewed and have signed this easement, and so it's before the board for your acceptance. This easement relates to the work that the county is doing at the Packwood Airport, which lies, Packwood Airport lies to the north of the Teal Lake Road easement, and we are required to move Teal Lake Road to accommodate the southerly access to, or an expansion of the runway clear zone for the Packwood Airport. Any questions?
When is that runway project going to start?
We are currently working with our contractor, Nutter Corporation, and we expect either the August 22nd or August 29th to start the work, and we expect it to be about a 30-day window, construction window. And at that point, the runway will be open for business.
Yay.
Does that answer your question, CJ?
And this did come up last week at the Packwood community meeting. We're going to be preparing not only a press release for our office, but also to get the word out to the Packwood community. I realize that we haven't been as diligent as we should be in our communications with them to let them know that there'll be activity going on. It won't, not that they're using the runway, but the construction noise will affect them. No further questions. I'll move on to the next agenda item, number 5, Resolution 16216, and this is a resolution of notice of intent to adopt. We are not currently adopting, but notice of intent to adopt, and this is a step that we take related to the Shoreline Master Program update. The Shoreline Master Program is required to be updated by the Department of Ecology and our legislators. We have completed that review process, and we're ready to submit it to Ecology for their final review. And once they have concurred with our plan, then we'll be bringing it back to the board for their concurrence. If there are any suggested changes, we'll likely take those back through the Planning Commission and through the public process before bringing it back to the commissioners. And if you have questions about the plan or the program, Fred Evander is here to answer those. Otherwise, it just takes a resolution for us to submit it to Ecology.
Any questions for Fred? Don't let him get off scot-free.
How long has this taken, Fred? From beginning? A long time.
A long time.
And who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm a planner for the Community Development Department. Fred Evander.
And so really, when did that start?
Well, before my time. I have no idea. It's been at least 3 years. So.
That's pretty typical in this
Yes.
plan.
This update process is at least 3 years for basically every community that's done it. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
Any further discussion on the consent agenda? Fred, actually, what you stand up there and say was this process was limping along and you hired me and it's done now. That's the right way to say it. All in favor of the consent agenda?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Consent agenda is approved.
With no further business, I recommend we adjourn.
Second?
Motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.
You are invited to immerse yourself in the beauty of nature in all four corners of Lewis County, Washington. From our fields to your table, farms in the west share their bounty. Limitless landscapes, forests and mountains beg to be explored in the east. Fish our many rivers and lakes in the south, and discover where history and culture intersect in our twin cities. Explore it all by visiting our Facebook page and plan your next getaway at discoverlewiscounty.com. Culture, history, and adventure all come alive when you discover Lewis County.